Hey guys, what is up? It is I am the cringe dude behind all these Tetris videos and all the other random stuff. Yeah, I know my channel isn't really focused on anything in particular. Anyways, I've been gone for like 4 months and now I'm back here with a T-spin guide. So yeah, let's get into it. I actually wrote a script for this. Probably not gonna follow it, but hey. So, what is a T-spin? The most basic form of a T-spin is a T-shaped hole with one of its corners on either its left or right covered. And so a really easy way to make T-spin setups is just to look for T-shaped holes in your board and then looking for ways to cover one of its corners. And then also make sure that the rest of the board is filled already, or else your T-spin won't send any lines because no lines were cleared. So here, this is a T-shaped hole. How do I make it a T-spin? Well, I can put an O here, or it doesn't even have to be an O. It can be an I, J, L, another T, or whatever piece you want. As long as one and only one of the spaces marked with green is covered, it will become a T-spin. If both are covered, you can't even put a T in there, so yeah, not a T-spin. Now I'll show you some common examples. Here's a T-shaped hole with 2 high walls on both sides. So you can't simply just slap a flat piece on there like this anymore. No. This isn't a T-spin because neither of the T-holes are, the T-hole's corners are covered. Here, any of the pieces other than the I or O can be used. You can hang the S, Z, L, J, or even another T piece. I didn't show the S and J because, well, I'm too lazy to make so many scenarios and screenshot them. I trust you can just imagine what they would look like. Okay, now what about 3 high walls? Well, then you can hang L or J like this. Well, that's basically all the ways to make T-spins. Thank you for watching. Yeah, nice bro, go practice your T-spins, man. Stop being an opener main. Okay, actually though, there are other ways you can make T-spins other than, what I talked about was the way you can make T-spins by hanging stuff. What about when there's no T-shaped hole in your board? You can make your own T-shaped holes by purposely stacking so that you make the board look like this again. But that is really vague and whack, so I'll show you some specific examples. You can place the Z like this, or S like this, or even use another T. Of course, all of these can be mirrored, so decide which one to use depending on your situation. I'm not showing you how to fill the rest of the board because, well, this is a T-spin guide and not a stacking guide. However, I'll give some suggestions as to when to use which T-hole making thingy. Yeah. Well, when these yellow blocks are filled most of the time, it's better to use Z. When these yellow blocks are filled, you probably want to use S. You can also use T, but I rarely use T for making T-holes unless I don't see the piece I want, which in this case is S, coming anytime soon. Also, when I use T for T-holes, I place them like this most of the time, as it makes the board flatter and easier to keep stacking. Sometimes you can also fill your board and create the overhang for the T-hole at the same time. So in this scenario, of course you can do this, which is just fine, but you can also do this. It all depends on your game and what pieces are coming next. Also, just to note again, everything that is being shown can be mirrored. Here's another case. I don't even know how to describe it, so I'll just show it to you. Yeah. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's basically all the basic ways to make T-spins. I'll make another vid in the future to show you other fancier things like TSTs, STMB, STSD, fractals, and whatnot. Or you can tell that they're fancy just by their names. Okay, now let's move on to some general tips for when making T-spins. First, don't 9-0 stack. Unless you're some big brain dude who can do donations, but then I don't even know why you're watching this video. Anyways, what I'm saying is that you want to leave your hole somewhere in the middle of the board when you're stacking. Because if it's on the side, well, you can't make a T-shaped hole. Secondly, you want to keep your board even, because how are you gonna make a T-hole or any of the setups that I just showed when the two sides of a hole aren't the same height? I mean, of course you still can, but that's advanced stuff. Bleh. But that's advanced stuff. And I'm just saying this as a general rule of thumb. The way a normal person might fix the board I just showed would probably be like this. Here, you made a too high wall, so you can hang S or Z, or even a T to make the overhang for the T-spin. Third is a tip that I myself don't even follow, which is to make sure that your board is safe and that you won't mess everything up by making a T-spin setup before making it. Well, yeah, I often die by trying to make T-spin setups. And so an example would be like this. You probably don't want to be greeting for a T-spin right now, as there are many holes and piece dependencies that you should fill first. Also, there's an eyepiece stacked on your garbage hole for whatever reason. Also, you should probably make sure that there is a T coming up so you don't die while waiting for your T-piece to appear. Lastly, try to actively look for T-spin setups that you can make as doing T-spins and watching videos of people like Kazu and Yakin, I don't know how to say the person's name, but yeah, and some other big brain Tetris gamers. Watching their vids and watching their vids and doing T-spins is the only way you'll improve at doing T-spins. So, you know, stop using stick spin, that's cringe. Use something like TKI or MKO. Those are more those openers force you to freestyle more T-spins, and so you'll get better faster. Anyways, that's probably all for now. As I said, I'll make another vid on fancier T-spins that are still somewhat useful, like polymer T-spins, and yeah. Leave a like if this video helped, I guess, and also let me know if I missed something so I can slap it in the next video. Nice, bro. This video is made for you, so you better watch it, alright? Thank you. Bum, 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 bum.